a Ferrari, Chanel purse, and Rolex. What do they all have in common? None are nearly as big of a status symbol as an egg. Grocery prices are insane, to the point that people are boycotting the most popular grocery stores here in Canada.
The canoodling that happens between shops here is really disgusting.
And I am feeling it. So I'm gonna see if $100 can get me all the necessities for a week. But not just in Canada, also Sweden, a Scandinavian country known for being pricey. But at this point, are groceries expensive everywhere? Or is this just like a uniquely North American problem? Let's find out. Here are gonna be some things on my shopping list. Cream for coffee, milk, bread, meat, pasta, rice, oats, fruits, and vegetables. Plus, I'm gonna have one wild card dopamine purchase, an energy drink, to see the price difference. Step 1, fly to Sweden. I'm gonna be shopping at Woolies, which is kind of the equivalent to Canada's Superstore. It's a common grocery store, not overly fancy like a Whole Foods, Sobeys, or City Market, which is more a Swedish equivalent to ICA, but it's not quite a budget store like No Frills. On day of shopping, $100 Canadian is equivalent to 794 Swedish crowns, or Swedish krona. First, I grabbed some fruits and vegetables, sticking to what's in season: apples, carrots, cucumbers, 1% milk, energy drink, bread, and my dairy products. And that puts us so far at 272 Swedish krona, about 30% of the budget. Onto the non-perishables: coffee, olive oil, and the holy eggs, which only comes in 10-pack, unlike the common 12 we have over here. So yeah, I'm gonna need to do some heavy lifting math. Please thumbs up for the amount of math I have to do in this video. Thank you. I only beg for likes when I have to do excessive math. Grab the other things on my list, and the total is 686.9 Swedish krona. So I was able to actually get my whole list with 107 Swedish krona left over, aka $13.72 Canadian, which I am gonna use to buy cinnamon bun and coffee on my way home from the grocery store, because being an adult is treating yourself for every little chore you do. And that's probably why I'm in debt. Speaking of which, here's my haul. We got cream for coffee, bread for lunch sandwiches, meat for dinner, and I'm going to use that leftover meat for the sandwiches, pasta and rice, oatmeal, yogurt, eggs, berries, nuts, vegetables, carrots, lettuce, pretty much got what's in season, fruit, which is also in season, and the energy drink. And there's what I was able to get into Sweden. Now let's go test Canada. This is going to get a little complicated. Let me explain something that's eye-opening that I had no idea until I traveled across the world. Taxes. Okay, bear with me. We're going to have a little lesson in case you're not Canadian. I'm sorry, my Canadians. You know this. And if you don't, I'm worried about you. I'm worried. We have this thing called PST and GST. Pretty much, GST is a federal tax on all purchases in Canada that's 5%. So pretty much everything, for the most part, you buy in Canada, you have to add 5% to the total. Now, something called PST is different in every single province. So for example, my home province of Alberta, woo, no PST. Why did I leave that province? It was so much cheaper. Unlike my new province, British Columbia, that has 7% PST, which means 5 plus 7 equals 12. So if I were to buy something for $100, nope, it's actually not $100 when I check out. The actual total is $112, which they don't include in the price. Like, it's gonna be $12 every time. If something's $100 on the price tag Canada, why can't you just put it as 112? And then maybe on the receipt, add it up. Like, we live in the future. Why do I have to do all this math? Moral of the story, I'm gonna have to do math with every purchase to account for that 12% additional tax at the end. And like, some grocery store items don't have it. It's confusing. Meditation, calmness. We're in a recession and I'm feeling the pain. Speaking of which, let's hit up Loblaws, aka Superstore.
The canoodling that happens.
So far, I've just gotten the fruits and vegetables. It's 5 pieces, and my total is $16.03. So I'm just under 20% of my budget. Now, rule, I'm going to try and get the similar brands to Sweden. So I'm not going to get like the no-name brand and get a brand name in Sweden. Like the equivalent common thing. Think Kraft peanut butter. I'm about halfway through and I'm at $64 and I haven't gotten eggs or yogurt yet. This isn't looking good. Now let's see how much an electrolyte is. One bottle of a common electrolyte drink is $1.80 before tax. And they all have about 200 to 300 milligrams of sodium. Or you could spend only $1.30 for a pack that's 3 times as concentrated and fits right in your purse. Now, the reason I love Element is because of its science-based ratio of 1,000 milligrams sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. Now, one of the most important electrolytes that you lose a lot when you sweat is sodium, and that's what I love about Element. It has so much sodium, 1,000 milligrams, which is unbelievable, versus some of these leading ones only have 200 to 400 milligrams. And some that rhyme with time and lime don't even have any sodium in them. That's why they taste so sweet, but you need sodium in an electrolyte drink. Now, why are electrolytes so important? Because they facilitate hundreds of functions in the body, including conductions of nerve impulses, hormone regulation, nutrient absorption, and fluid balance. Also, I love these because they're so easy. You can just have them in your purse whenever you need them. Say it's late at the bar. You know you're going to be hungover in the morning. You just pop a little in your water before you go to bed. Boom, helps the hangover. Right now, Element is offering my listeners a free sample pack with any drink mix order. That's 8 single serving packets free with any Element mix order. This is a great way to try 8 of their flavors or share Element with a salty friend. Get yours at drinkelement.com/Keltie. This deal is only available through my link. You must go to drinklmnt.com/Keltie. Thank you, Element, for sponsoring this video, which paid for the groceries. Okay, we've hit a hurdle. I only have $15 left, and I need to get cream for coffee, butter, bread, eggs. I gotta choose probably between bread or rice, eggs or butter. So if my math is right, we'll find out, because I don't even know, because PST. I just hit 100, so I'm sacrificing butter, because I have olive oil, and rice, because I got pasta. And I'm going to get an energy drink just so we can compare. But the energy drink, the little treat myself moment, puts me over budget. Let's go check out. We got our groceries. After making a few sacrifices, we were able to come in on budget. But sadly, no bread and pasta. How much do you think this Canadian haul from Superstore, because that would call. That does make a difference. This is Whole Foods.
Okay. Right. $72.
Oh, no. 97.
Holy cow! I thought I was guessing high. $100.
So I've gone and divvied up our haul. Things that were more expensive in Canada, more expensive in Sweden. Let's get specific. An apple was 40 cents cheaper in Sweden. This was depressing. A cucumber is $1.25 in Sweden. It is $2.50 in Canada for crunchy water. A carton of berries, almost $2 more expensive in Canada. Olive oil was interesting. What is something North America loves? Buying in bulk. Yeah, not really a thing in Europe, I've noticed. So the smallest bottle of olive oil that wasn't like super fancy, tiny bottle, just regular, was a liter. Versus I could find a similar level for 500 milliliters, half the size in Europe. But interesting, even though you would think this one would be cheaper when you divide it by 2, they're about the same price. So this is looking as it's coming off as Canada hate right now. I love Canada. I love being Canadian. I love this country. I've lived in all parts of it, east to west. I just don't really enjoy our grocery prices right now. And I want it to stop. So everyone stops hating on Canada. A loaf of bread. Why did you do this to me? Why did you do this? $4.47 versus $2.92. See, back in the day, I would have destroyed this bread for the joke on YouTube to make you laugh. But in this economy, I will be eating this. Okay, let's play a little game. Canada, you won this one. Yes, you're almost $3 cheaper. What do you think it is? Comment down below. Say to your partner that's watching this with you, take a guess. I'll give you all 8 seconds. 876-543-2-1. It is rice. Unexpected. Rice is significantly cheaper in Canada. Now this one is fascinating. Almost double the price in Canada, even though I got a way higher quality one in Sweden. Drum roll, what do you think it is? Dun, 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 dun. It's coffee. But I'm not surprised, because if coffee was expensive in Sweden, there would be riots in the streets. I would be scared for their own government. Okay, this one some people in the comments are going to be very opinionated about. For over $10 more, $5.73 in Sweden, $17.92 in Canada. What do you think it is? Chicken breast. Now, this is why you'll debate, is this is a bit more chicken breast than the Swedish one, but this was the cheapest pack of chicken breasts you could buy in Canada, and there were about 3 chicken breasts, and there was about 3 chicken breasts in the one in Sweden, but the chicken breasts are smaller. So, debate that how you want. A head of lettuce. Take your guess. $4.80 in Canada, $1.09 in Sweden. For once again, crunchy water. I just realized I accidentally bought coffee creamer, not milk. But luckily, 1 liter of 1% milk in Canada is $3.50, and so is the creamer I bought, which is $1.60 in Sweden. Now, this has all been fun and games. But now's the moment of truth, the real understanding of whose groceries are the biggest status symbol, whose citizens are paying the most or least. The biggest flex online in 2024, a carton of eggs. Once again, I had to do some heavy math for this. But an egg in Sweden will cost you approximately 50 cents. An egg in Canada, drum roll, 36 cents. I wish I could be cheaper. That was nice. Feel less guilty about buying eggs and just guilty about everything else. So here's everything I got for $100 in Canada. A jar of peanut butter, oats, coffee, lettuce, carton of berries, carrots, rice, creamer, aka was supposed to be milk, 1 apple, cucumbers, 12 eggs, bread, yogurt, chicken, and an energy drink. Now for Sweden, 1 liter 1% milk, pasta, oats, olive oil, coffee, energy drink, rice, yogurt, bread, cucumbers, butter, frozen berries, 2 apples, 10 eggs, lettuce, carton of berries, chicken, 1 chocolate bar, cheese, and yes, a bottle of Canadian maple syrup with $13 left over. And that extra $13 I had left over from my Swedish groceries, it seemed only right to spend that extra money on a Canadian classic at the only place beating a recession. Costco's food court. Poutine. Now my final thoughts. Just sad. I'm not a real journalist. I just like to cosplay being a journalist on YouTube occasionally. And I'm not a political scientist, so I don't have concrete scientific facts. But the one thing I will say about Canada is if Canada has a fault, it's like we're a big country with small population. And we do have a lot of monopolies. Like my cell phone bill is significantly more expensive than anywhere on earth. And I think our groceries are a great example of this, is there's only a few chains. And so there's just not as much competition because we all shop at the same place. And even if we shop at different places, they're actually all owned by 1 or 2 companies.
The canoodling that happens.
And I don't have an answer. I have asked people in Sweden, and I know their taxes go towards their grocery bills. Like that's one reason their groceries are a little bit more affordable. Is that an option for Canada? I don't know. Like I don't want to say that's an option, that we raise our taxes, and it's like, what's even the point at that point? I don't really have an answer. It's just sucks right now. It really sucks for all of us, and it hurts. And I'm praying for any of you that have families and kids are trying to feed. And I hope there's a solution. I hope we're just over the edge soon of this inflation recession. If you're feeling the crunch, I'm feeling it for you. And I wish I had an answer. If you know, please comment down below, because just sad. But you know what? I could afford that $100, so I'm very thankful. And I will be eating that food and not squishing my bread just to make you laugh on the internet, because I need to eat that food. And hopefully you guys have a great day. Go pet a dog. Love you guys. Bye.